Tom Bower exposes what he believes is Prince Harry's biggest nightmare. A nightmare that, according to Bower, continues to weigh heavily on Harry every single day and remains one of the greatest sources of uncertainty in his life.
Modern monarchy. Well, a modern monarchy can't include Prince Archie, Princess Lilibet. They've got to remove the titles. They've got to constrain it, and that really is what Harry rightly fears, that he will just be Mr. Harry Windsor.
Bower doesn't believe this fear started recently. He argues that it began the moment Harry realized Prince William would one day inherit the throne and eventually become king. From that point forward, Harry allegedly understood that his future inside the monarchy could depend almost entirely on his relationship with his older brother. According to Bower, William has long supported a smaller and more streamlined monarchy, leaving very little room for Harry to return as a senior working royal after everything that has happened.
I always thought that when William became king, he'd just banish Harry, but I think he'll banish them both and take their titles away. And now Harry might even wonder, will he take the prince title away, just to make absolutely sure there's no connection with the royal family and also his children. The Montecito couple are potentially a grave threat to the British monarchy, which are all together.
As William moves closer to the throne, Bower believes Harry worries that his remaining influence, royal standing, and connection to the institution could continue slipping away. That possibility, Bower argues, is the fear Harry struggles to escape.
Ticking. Once the king departs, I think the new king, Prince William, he wants to slim down and clean up the monarchy.
Tom Bower argues that Prince Harry's greatest challenge is no longer repairing his public image but confronting a future that looks very different from the one he once expected. According to Bower, many of Harry's concerns trace back to one simple reality: the monarchy continues moving forward while his own connection to it grows weaker.
Harry's biggest fear is that he's about to become irrelevant as soon as Prince George hits 18. He's got a limited window to be relevant at all. He's not worried about press. He's worried about fading out as an irrelevant royal. He loves it, she loves it. They just don't like the bad stuff. Well, guess what? It's called being a public figure. Grow up and deal with it.
That changing balance, Bower believes, has become the foundation of many of the worries Harry now carries. One issue Bower frequently highlights is the importance of royal titles. Although Harry and Meghan stepped away from their duties as senior working royals, they are still widely introduced by their royal titles, which remain closely associated with their public identity. Bower suggests Harry understands that those titles carry influence beyond simple tradition. They attract attention, create opportunities, and help distinguish the Sussexes from countless other public figures competing for media coverage.
Prince Harry is reportedly very sad that Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet are missing out on life with the rest of their family, and that the extensive family network that their cousins are enjoying, while his children aren't. I don't know what this spoilt brat expects. What did he expect when he uprooted his family and went to live in Montecito, and constantly slams the royal family? I don't think he realizes how daft he really is. And I mean, he is very daft. If you've read Spare, the guy is like low IQ. Like, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
According to Bower, Harry may wonder what his position would look like if those royal connections became even less significant over time. Without the prestige attached to his background, maintaining the same level of public interest could become far more difficult. That possibility, Bower argues, represents more than a symbolic concern because much of Harry's international profile has always been linked to his place within the royal family. Bower also believes Prince William remains central to Harry's concerns about the future.
And also the pressure he's under from William, who does not want to inherit a mess. He wants the stables clean.
While King Charles has occasionally been described as someone who hopes for family reconciliation, Bower argues William is focused primarily on protecting the long-term stability of the monarchy. If William eventually becomes king, Bower believes his priority will be preserving public confidence in the institution rather than reopening old family disputes. From Bower's perspective, years of interviews, documentaries, memoirs, and public disagreements have created deep divisions that cannot easily be forgotten.
It's actually a matter of a breakdown of trust. The point about Harry was, can we trust him? And because of all the briefing and the reversals and all the somersaults, what they're really saying is, we cannot deal with this man. We don't trust the fifth in line of succession. Well, if that doesn't cast him into the wilderness, he'll notice in a few days how it will.
Trust, once damaged, is difficult to restore, especially within an institution built on discretion and continuity. Bauer argues that William may see any attempt to reverse those events as carrying unnecessary risks for the crown. Whether or not that prediction proves accurate, it forms a key part of Bauer's assessment of Harry's situation and explains why he believes uncertainty about the future continues to cast such a long shadow over the Duke of Sussex.
This is a big deal. I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Was that okay?
According to Tom Bauer, another issue that may weigh heavily on Prince Harry is the question of accountability. Bauer argues that if any meaningful reconciliation with the royal family were ever to happen, it would likely require difficult conversations and public acknowledgement of past decisions. In his view, rebuilding trust would involve more than private meetings behind palace walls. It could also mean addressing some of the most controversial moments that have shaped Harry's relationship with both the monarchy and the public.
This is a big deal. I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Was that okay?
Bauer suggests that interviews, documentaries, and Harry's memoir Spare have left lasting impressions that cannot easily be erased. Whether discussing family disagreements or personal experiences, those public disclosures generated widespread debate and attracted intense media attention around the world. According to Bauer, any future attempt to repair relationships might depend on convincing those closest to the royal family that similar situations would not happen again. Beyond family relationships, Bauer believes Harry also faces the challenge of restoring public confidence. Public opinion has shifted repeatedly over the years, with supporters and critics often interpreting the same events in very different ways. Every new appearance, interview, or statement is now examined closely, leaving little room for mistakes. Bauer argues that this level of constant scrutiny creates pressure because every decision can influence how Harry is perceived by audiences across the world.
They did say, I don't want Harry back, but if I had to take him back, he would need to apologize to his family publicly, and he would have to apologize to the United Kingdom. Can you see a world where he is humble enough to do that?
No, I can't, because I think he's too stupid to do it. I think that to actually calculate, I've got to eat humble pie, I've got to admit it's been a mistake, demands intelligence, it demands courage, it demands also self-awareness.
Another area Bauer highlights is the Invictus Games, a project widely recognized as one of Harry's most significant achievements. The competition has provided support and recognition for wounded, injured, and sick service personnel while earning respect from many participants and supporters. However, Bauer argues that maintaining the event's positive reputation requires continued focus on its original mission rather than outside controversies. He suggests that discussions surrounding security, funding, media attention, and public appearances have sometimes overshadowed the athletes themselves. According to Bauer, Harry may worry that if the spotlight shifts away from competitors and toward ongoing debates involving the Sussexes, the event could face unnecessary challenges. Because the Invictus Games remain closely associated with Harry's public identity, Bauer believes their long-term success carries enormous personal importance. For that reason, he argues Harry has every incentive to protect the event's reputation while ensuring its mission remains the primary focus for participants, supporters, and audiences alike.
It's in Birmingham, which is a Muslim-dominated city, and Invictus has got a team from the Israeli army. So that's going to be a problem for
There could
him.
be a clash there you're concerned
Well,
about.
of course, there'll be more than a clash. There'll be real trouble. But of course, he's trying to leverage the Invictus Games, which the government has given money to, because after all it's a very worthwhile cause for injured servicemen, with his own return with Meghan, who will use it to promote herself.
Tom Bauer also argues that financial stability may be another important concern for Prince Harry as he builds a life outside the structure of the monarchy. Unlike his years as a senior working royal, Harry now relies on commercial ventures, media partnerships, public appearances, and charitable initiatives to maintain both his profile and his income. Bauer believes that creates a very different reality, one in which long-term success depends on consistently securing new opportunities rather than relying on institutional support. According to Bauer, this changing landscape also increases the importance of remaining relevant in the public eye. He suggests that influence can gradually fade if new projects fail to capture attention or if public interest begins to decline.
Harry ceases to be involved in the Invictus Games. All the sponsors will be back. Just imagine if Sir David Beckham was the head of the Invictus.
Oh, wow.
It'll be bigger than the World Cup. Right, Boeing, they will literally, and Airbus. All of those guys will be back.
In today's fast-moving media environment, maintaining visibility is an ongoing challenge, and Bauer argues Harry understands that each new venture carries greater significance than ever before. Bauer also points to Harry's place within the wider royal narrative. He argues that one of the most difficult realities may be watching the monarchy continue its work without the role Harry once expected to play.
Meghan and Harry's crisis, completely of their own making, is they have no major projects, no major money earners. And so they're more desperate than ever. And I think that they don't know what to do other than to try and come back to Britain and rebuild themselves as some sort of members of the royal family.
Since stepping back from royal duties, Prince William has continued preparing for his future responsibilities, King Charles has carried on with his constitutional role, and other senior members of the royal family have assumed additional public engagements. From Bauer's perspective, these developments demonstrate the institution's ability to adapt despite major changes. That, Bauer suggests, may be the most challenging realization of all. Rather than struggling to function, the monarchy has continued evolving, with new responsibilities distributed among its remaining working royals. According to Bauer, Harry may have hoped his departure would leave a lasting gap, yet the institution has continued moving forward while reshaping itself for the future.
Meghan we accepted, but there's no way, in my view, that William and Kate are ever going to accept Meghan back. And that's finished. And I think the events with Andrew show that the Sussexes have a survival problem now with their titles. Mm-hmm. So I think that Harry's problem is that he desperately needs a foothold in Britain. He knows he's got to secure it in his father's lifetime.
Whether Bauer's assessment proves correct remains open to debate, but his central argument is clear. He believes Harry's greatest concern is not a single headline, public disagreement, or temporary setback. Instead, it is the possibility that the institution he once represented has learned to thrive without him. If that perception continues to grow, Bauer argues, Harry's greatest challenge may become defining a lasting legacy that stands on its own, independent of the royal role that first brought him worldwide recognition. Tom Bauer's conclusion is that Prince Harry's biggest challenge may not be public criticism or another difficult chapter in the headlines. Instead, he argues the real concern is watching the monarchy continue to adapt and move ahead without relying on Harry's presence.
The royal family is now in a stronger position without the grifters.
As Prince William prepares for the responsibilities that lie ahead and the royal family carries on with its duties, Bauer believes Harry faces the possibility of becoming increasingly disconnected from the institution that once defined his role. Whether that prediction proves accurate is something only time will reveal. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Harry and Meghan should keep their royal titles, or should those titles eventually be removed? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next update.